What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Black Market. I know it's been a minute, but my hard drive on my computer actually went out, and then I've been doing a bit of traveling for work, so I haven't had the time, the means to really create a video lately. But I did want to create a video tonight, mainly because the last couple of days we really seen the market drop, so I wanted to just create a video to clarify a few things for those newer investors and traders out there. So I'll review the overall market. Plus, I wanted to review some stocks in general. So if we look at the ES, you can see the ES is definitely below. So you've got your 21 exponential moving average is definitely below there. So typically, whenever the ES, the SPY, the Q, your larger sectors, whenever they go below that 21, you can expect chop, or you can expect that stock to go lower. So if we look at the ES, they're definitely below the 21. If we look at the SPY here, the SPY definitely had a nice gap down today. It's below the 21, sitting right above the 100. And the Qs definitely had a nice gap down today as well. It's below that 21 as well. So overall, the market is really weak. And like I was just saying, whenever that stock is below, or that sector is below that 21 moving average, you can expect lower lows, or you can expect a lot of chop. So you can see here that the ES has definitely dropped down to a key level around that 43.50 range. And you can see right here, came down, kissed the 100, and then it settled back up in that zone. And you can see here it opened up around that 43.40 range, and it's starting to move back up. These dotted lines here are just zones I've drawn in, support and resistance zones for the major sectors. Another thing you want to keep in mind is the Kelts, the Keltner channels. So you can see here, we definitely dropped fast, right? So we're 3 ATRs, or we're 3 average true range of movements below that mean. So typically, if you're 3 average true range of movements below that mean, you will either have a base, so you can see where it's basing right here, or you can have a retracement, right? So if we go back, you can see where it almost went down 3, and then it ATRs, and it came back up. And went down 2 here and came back up. Went down 2 here and came back up. So right now the ES has definitely dropped below that 2 average, 2.5 average true range movements. And what that means is, just to clarify, ATR means average true range, and right here on the right hand side it says 47.16. So all that means is, on average, the E-mini S&P futures, what I'm looking at right now, moves 47 points per day, because we're looking at the daily chart. So once it gets down to 3 ATRs, right, or approximately 150 points away from that mean, then you should see that retrace back up to the mean. That's usually how it works, right? But if it does close below that low on the 43.33, we can definitely see lower lows. Okay, so let's review a few stocks real quick. So let's first look at Amazon. So we'll look at the behemoth. And then let me take out the Celts, just so we can clean this up. So you can see here, Amazon, right? You can see drop below that 21. Definitely Amazon's got a messy chart. So honestly, I wouldn't be trading Amazon right now, but you can see there's a key zone here from 35.50 down to 3,400-ish, 3,400 range. And if we go back, you can see where we've definitely had some movement around this price range. And right here is dropped below that 100. So if I was trading Amazon, I would wait, and this is with any stock that's below this 21 exponential moving average. This is how I long-term trade. I'm not looking to buy a stock unless it closes back above the 21, at least for a couple days, right? So you can see here it's dropped below the 21. So right now, I'm not buying Amazon until I can get a close above the 21 on the daily chart, and it at least closes for 2 days, right? So you can see here where we got to close above the 21 and it took off, right? It's still above the 21, so you can still stay in that stock, and you can see where it went back up. Right here, for instance, it closed below the 21. There's no reason if it closed below that 21, don't buy it, because now look at that drop. Look at the drop you had. So then you go back up, and this is why you want to wait a couple days, because you got to close here. So if you would have bought back here, then it came right back down. Wait for a couple days. Boom. Here it is. Close above it. It did it again. So you could have bought right back in that 100 and then rode it back up to a nice level there, right? Let's see about another stock. So if we look at ARK, I know a lot of folks like ARK. So here we are again. ARK on a daily took a nosedive today. It's below the 100 and the 21. There's no way I'd be buying this. You could definitely see lower lows. And if we look at the Celts, it's not even down to the ATR level yet. So it could easily go back down to that 30 ATR level. And if we look at the 21, you can see here, see where my purple line's at. This is a key support level at 113.54. If it breaks below that 113, then we're looking at more of a level around here, that 108 range. So I wouldn't necessarily be buying ARK right now either. Here's another one I'm looking at, ARKG. Another ETF, same thing. If it's below that 21, especially below that 100, I would steer clear for now. RAKW, another ARK ETF to review. Once again, it's right at the 100 and it's below that 21. I wouldn't buy it once again unless it's going to close a couple times above that 21. We got ARKF. Same thing here. I'm not buying until it gets right above that 21. And this all depends on how long you want to be in that stock. If you're day trading it, obviously you don't want to take this advice. But if you're going to hold on to it at least, right, for a week, you need to be buying it above that 21. Once you can get a close above that 21, that's when you need to enter in on that trade for my recommendation. If we look at Riot, definitely with crypto, there's a lot of folks interested in Riot. So Riot, it had a nice little gap down at 27 and some change today. We got a key level. It's a bit sloppy. Right at that $30 range was probably about a key level for Riot, and that 21 is crossing the 100. So we could see lower lows. We could see a gap fill down here at that $25 range. And then you can see where we have definitely some price action around that $21 range. So once again with Riot, I wouldn't look to get back in Riot until they can show some strength and get back above $32 or above that 21 exponential moving average. I got two more. BMH, Boston Home, or Boomer Holdings. Oops, sorry, that's not right. Boston Omaha Corporation. So we got Boston Omaha Corporation here. This is the only one that looks that is the strongest out of the group and looks to still have a bit of strength left, is because it's closed above that 21. So you could get in right now if you wanted, if you're playing that 21 moving average as a base or as a support level. But honestly, I would wait to see where it's going to open up at tomorrow and see if it can hold for a couple of days before you get back in, especially since the overall market's weak right now. So I'd probably wait a bit just to see how that's going to play out. Um, and then last but not least, we got LGI Homes, definitely below that 100, and it's below the 21. So once again, this is not a stock I would be buying until it gets back above that 21 EMA. And you can see here it had a base around that $150 range. So it's sitting right at that key support level. If it does close below that $150 range, we could definitely see it test lower lows, probably maybe around 133 or so, since we've got some resistance here, which turned into support here. So around that $133 level. So yeah, I mean, really simple concept that's saved me a lot of money in the past. If a stock is below that 21 EMA, you do not want to be buying it if you're looking for that stock to go up. Just kind of my quick, fast rule of thumb. You could obviously have a retracement back to the 21, like right here, but look at everything you got to sit through before that stock can go back above. So I would definitely hold off on this one as well. So that's what I got. I'm definitely going to be getting back to making some more weekly videos. I'm going to be adding in some more day trading strategies. Definitely got a nice 5-minute setup I've been working on as of late. I'll be adding into the videos, talking about some of my recent trades I've had. Just had 105% return on a Home Depot trade a couple of days ago, so I will review that trade and get a video out this week on that. But with that being said, you guys have hopefully you didn't lose a ton of money today. Have a good rest of your trading week, and I will talk with you later.